morning! I hope you guys had an awesome weekend. I had a very relaxing, potato-y weekend, which are my favorite types of weekends to have. I tried to bake a birthday cake for myself for this week. I used to bake a lot when I was younger, a few years ago, but I kind of fell off of it just because life got in the way. I got busy, and I wanted to dip my toe back into it this weekend. It's not as easy as I remember. So, it was a labor of love, but still fun. It's still going to taste really good. And even if it looks a little wonky, that's okay. I am just about to head off to work. I've got all of my stuff with me. I did go Friday to get all of the folders from Target, so that was done. And I am going to probably just label those today, honestly. I'm trying not to plan anything out because last week the theme was if I planned to do it, it didn't happen. So this week I'm just going to try to go with the flow. I know I have one thing today, a retirement party for a little bit that I have to swing by. So far that's it. They did cancel our last faculty meeting just because they wanted to give us the gift of time, which I'm super appreciative for because we're all kind of frazzled. I think we all thought we had a whole lot more time than we did, so come Friday, we were all kind of running around, freaking out that we weren't going to be ready for the kids to come back, because they come back tomorrow. I'm going to head off into work now, and I will see you guys when I get there. I got to work, and the first thing I wanted to get done today was to make my QWERTY code readers. So, I quick went on, and I made, I think, 3 or 4 different ones. This year, for some reason, each QWERTY code was something different. Last year, I was pretty sure that all of the actual QR codes were the same, like the pictures, but this year, they're a little bit different. Hopefully, it won't make too much of a difference. And I'll just show you guys really quickly how it works. I'm going to laminate them and cut them out tonight when I go home, but I figured I would just get them done and out of the way before my day really started. I'm not sure which one's which, so I'll just have it on my phone, a QR reader, and then as you can see, this one they earned an extra speech buck. This one's group game day, so they can earn extra money, a positive dojo for their class, a chance to wear the superhero cape in class, and then a group game day for that whole group. So I'm just going to bring these home tonight and laminate them and cut them all out. Also, like I had mentioned, on Friday I went to Target. These are the folders that I ended up getting. They're just plain black with the 3 prongs down the center. I think I'm going to put a page protector in there, and every week that's where I'll put the speech homework assignment. This way they can kind of put their work in either pocket when they bring it back. I wanted to get the poly ones that were a little bit plastic that were a little bit more durable, but I could only find ones there. They were sold out of most of them, and I think they had 5-star or the Mead brand, but I think they were like $1.50 each, and I'm pretty sure I got 30. So these were only 15 cents, way more affordable. I'm gonna go finish up actually the welcome back letter, and then also hopefully the first speech homework assignment, and then I'm just gonna go stuff them. I just got back from the retirement party. The weather ended up holding up pretty well. It just started raining now. I'm gonna head back inside and get to work on my sound posters. I'm about a third of the way through probably doing the word lists, and then after that I could just import all of the mouth graphics, print them out, save them, and start stuffing the folders. And I'm pretty sure that's probably going to be it for today because I think it's already like 12:30. I don't know where today went. It was crazy. Update, I have finally finished all of the word lists for all of my sound posters. Can I get an amen? Okay, y'all, I know I said I was gonna stay and finish the sound posters, but I failed, and I'm leaving and going home, and I'm going to work on them there, because I was freezing in my office, and it was just getting way too late. I'm trying not to stay super late at work this year, mostly because we do have to stay until 4, so I won't get home until like 4:45 anyway, and I just feel like that's a really long time to be at work. Plus, I won't be able to get any of my other things done, because Lord knows, the second I walk in the door, I turn into a potato. So I'm hoping that by going home at a reasonable time, I can still do other work, but also get some of my household stuff done. Anyway, I'm gonna head home, hopefully finish these sound posters. I'm so close. I am going to laminate my secret code prize cards and cut those out, as well as continue working on the sound posters. Probably just gonna put on some Gossip Girl and power on through. I think I'm on like season 4. Good morning, everyone. It is a wet and rainy first day of school. I feel like that's just par for the course. That's just like the way it works. It's gonna always rain on the first day of school or be cloudy. It actually just started raining. Literally, as I was walking out the door, I heard a clap of thunder and the rain ensued. I'm trying to get into work a little bit early today, just because the doors open at 8:15 for students, but that's also when teachers have to be there. But being that it's the first day of school, I wanted to get in a little bit early, just so I could get settled and set up before I kind of jumped in to help out wherever I'm needed to help the kids get to where they need to be. Usually I help out in the cafeteria, where you tag the kids' backpacks when they come in the door. So if it's AM drop off by the bus, PM parent pickup, you kind of put them on a card, and that way they know where they need to be for the first week, and if they get lost or confused, it's easily identifiable on their bag, so we can get them to where they need to be. I'm back from this morning. It was a pretty crazy morning in some parts of the school, not gonna lie. There was some issues with the buses. I'm not 100% sure what happened with the new bus routes, just because I wasn't there. I was helping tag the car riders in the cafeteria. That went super smoothly. All of the kids were super cute. Most of them were excited to be back. We did have a few criers. Lots of kids didn't remember where they were supposed to go, so there was a lot of just trying to walk them to their classrooms and figure out which teacher they had, because they also didn't remember their names. I have gone through all of the kindergarten files in the vault. I put in a records request to one of my students who transferred back into his old school. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that they send it in. We'd already sent one record request, but they said they never received it. So I was happy to send another one. I'm hoping that they send back his files ASAP so I can get his IEP started. I'm gonna now just start working on my sound posters to finish those up. I cut out all of my QWERTY codes last night. I even finished my calendar pieces, so now all of my dates are on the calendar. It doesn't make that much of a difference though, because I started it for September. I don't know why I did that, mostly because I'm not seeing kids until the last week of August, so it's ready to go for the 1st of September. But that's pretty much it so far. I'll check back in with you guys at lunchtime. I am super excited because I just did my trial print for the posters and they came out pretty good. There are a few things that are kind of bugging me, like the fact that there's shadows behind all of the boxes and the fact that they fade. I'm not sure if that's just my computer or if that's the setting, so I'm gonna have to go back in and look at that. But these are the front and the back, and the only real things that I know I have to change are, first sounds like the G sound. The tongue is super dark. I don't even know if you can see it. It's supposed to be in the back of the mouth, but with the toner for my printer, it kind of ends up just blending into the background, but this is supposed to be the tongue. So I do want to make that a little bit lighter so it's more distinguishable. And then just because I'm super picky, the corners of the mouth don't line up exactly, and that's irking me. So I'm just gonna go in and fix a few of those things. But these are the large page posters, so it just has the visual, and then it's a nasal, and the voice is on for the end sound. So these you can hang up around your room, or you can even make them in a book format and just kind of do either 2 or 4 to a page. And then the actual posters have kind of a kid-friendly name to call it. So instead of saying your G sound, you can call it the glugging sound, or T is the tick-tock sound. And then it gives you the visual. Once again, we have to fix that tongue. And then it's how do you make the sound. So it just kind of gives you an explanation. It tells you that whether or not the voice is on or if it's off. There's an X through it. Just a little bit of practice, 4 ways that you can practice your sound, especially if you're going to be sending this home with parents and even teachers. It's a great way that they can kind of know what they're doing. And then on the back is the word list for the initial, medial, and final position, and then also 10 sentences. So I'm going to go fix these things tonight, but I don't know if you can hear it, it's dismissal time right now. So I'm going to go help out and go see if all of my coworkers survived their first day back. Happy Wednesday! Midway through the week. I think they call this hump day. Whatever it takes. I am just about to head into work right now so I can get in and upload the sound posters for everyone. I finished correcting the ones last night, the colors that were kind of wonky, and I cleaned up the edges. I also realized that this dum-dum right here forgot to do the L sound. So I made an extra page for L because that's a really important speech sound to have in the packet. I don't know how I spaced on that. So now instead of 19 sounds, it is 20. So that's going up today. I'm going to see if I can pick up the audiometer today, just so I have it. Friday I'm doing hearing screenings at the middle school, and then I have to start with my kids probably today and tomorrow. Maybe I'll just do it tomorrow. I'm not quite sure yet. It is my birthday today, so I'm trying to be semi-presentable. This really awkward car outfit of the day, but I put on a dress, I put on some red lipstick, 'cause why not? And we are gonna go have a fantastic day. A way later update, I actually this morning went to pick up the audiometers over there. I got mine and the one for the nurse so that we could start our hearing screenings. I had every intention of starting them with the kindergartners this morning, but so many of the little guys were still getting lost and in tears from just not knowing where they needed to be that I didn't feel like it was really nice of me at 9 a.m. to start pulling them from their room to ask a bunch of demanding things. And from talking to my coworkers last night who are in some of the higher grades, even those kids are struggling with transitions and understanding following rules and kind of just everything that goes with being back in school, getting into the routine. So I might give them this week to do their routine and then do the kindergartners next week. I am going to try to do 3rd grade either this afternoon or tomorrow though. Other than that, I've been having the great speech sound poster debacle. I fixed them last night like I said, but I did leave the background this really light color and I just feel like it doesn't pop. So I did a darker background, which really makes everything show up a whole lot better, especially the pictures. But I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. There's this really ugly banding, and this is with brand new toner and it's like a brand new printout, so it's probably not going to look that great. So I think I'm going to go back through and redo it a 3rd time with a mid-tone gray in the center. Also, for whatever reason, when I'm compressing the file to try to upload to TPT, all of the large sound posters of the mouths are getting super blurry and pixely, and that's really frustrating because I do not want to upload it and have people purchase it and then have poor quality graphics. So I'm trying to fix that. Guys, I don't know. I'm trying. I will have that up today though because I'm going to fix this if it kills me. I'm going to go finish that, also work on my schedule because I was able to talk to the preschool teachers yesterday and kind of get a rough outline of where they're going to be for most of the time. They still don't know recess or specials, but at least for lunch and dismissal and breakfast, I know their times. So I want to try to put them in between there and update my schedule a little bit. Hey guys, a way later update. Again, it's actually almost time for dismissal, but dun dun dun, I finished the sound posters and I am so excited. So so beyond excited. I ended up taking the background completely away because I figured it would save on black ink. So we just have a thin black outline, no more toner or background. My goodness, this was Murphy's Law project. Anything that could have gone wrong did go wrong. My computer crashed. I had to redo some of the graphic files. I had to redo them, some of them from scratch, some of them I just had to recolor, but it was rough. Not even gonna lie. Y'all, it was rough. I was getting real fed up real quick, and I really want these up so that we can use them for the beginning of the year. Also in my county, I want to send them out to all my coworkers. I was determined today, which is good because now they're done. This is the print out copy. I think they're going to photocopy a lot better too, so that's a bonus. And other than that, I'm going to go help out with dismissal again here in a little bit. I didn't get to start the hearing screenings for 3rd grade. They actually ended up being in special when I went to go get them. So tomorrow we are going to tackle those hearing screenings. I have the audiometer. I feel really good about that. We're all good to go. Oh, I totally forgot to mention, so it doesn't look like I just did this all day, I actually feel super accomplished today because I got my schedule done. Done. Say it. The first round of scheduling is finished. It is all complete. All of my kids have a time slot. Whether or not those time slots work, we'll have to wait and see once we kind of get underway with therapy, but I did cross-reference everything, and none of them have time slots that are conflicting with anything on the schedule. So it should run smoothly. I double-check because some years, I don't know why, but I've grouped kids and, you know, from kindergarten and 1st grade, but 1st graders are special at that time, and you just space out. But this year I double and triple checked, and we are good to go. Unless anything changes with the master schedule, I have every kid allotted for, which makes me super excited. We actually have a meeting next Monday for a child that may or may not have speech. I'm still waiting on one of my returning transfer students to get back in the system so I can write his IEP. There's a lot of hurry up and waiting happening at the beginning of the year. That's just kind of the nature of the beast. I'm going to distribute these. I'm going to probably write up my letter really quick to the teachers just to accompany with the kindergarten screening for speech and language, just kind of giving them the due date. Usually I make it due definitely before the end of September. I want to say even probably by the end of August. Like, I give them a week to do it. This year I'm going to go a little bit longer. I'm going to hand them out so they do have them and they can fill them out at their leisure, but I'm going to tell them I don't want them until probably mid-September, maybe even the end of September, and then I can do the testing in October. Good morning, guys. It is Thursday morning. I'm just about to head out into work. I'm sorry about not finishing filming yesterday. I feel like I just kind of dropped the ball. I ended up coming home and just getting ready and hanging out with some friends for my birthday, and we just went out to dinner, had some cake, chatted a bit, so there wasn't really much to film. I'm heading in today a little bit early just so I can kind of get some paperwork ready. I am going to try to do the hearing screenings today. Fingers crossed that it works and the kids are able. I do want to go through the kindergartners again in the vault because I made a list a few days ago of all the kids that were missing their physical forms, as well as a list of kids who either were unable to test, failed it, or they didn't obtain it at their hearing screening. So those kids I definitely have to screen, but there were, I want to say, like more than 20 kindergartners that just hadn't gotten their physical forms in yet. So I'm hoping that some of them have been returned by today so that this way I can kind of go through. I might actually end up splitting it then and doing half today and then half tomorrow when I come back from the middle school, just to give those parents a little bit extra time to get those forms in, because if the doctor can get them at their yearly physical, then I don't have to screen them. Whereas if they either didn't get it or couldn't obtain it or it was failed, I do have to make the attempt to screen them. I do have a professional development at around 1 o'clock. It's for, I believe, the new Self 5. We actually just got that this year. That's going to be one of the evaluation protocols that we use. I am super excited to look through it, but it is a lengthy amount of things. I think there was like 4 or 5 books. I believe we also got the screener too, so I want to take a look at that, and I think the professional development video just kind of goes over, you know, the changes between the Cell 4 and the Cell 5. This is actually the first time this county that I've been in has used the Cell 5. When I lived back home, we used the Cell 4 all the time. That was kind of just the golden standard of measure. I really liked it, even though it was super long and tiring for the kids. It was nice, however, that you could kind of pick and choose which subtests to give. You know, you only needed a certain amount to get their core language score. I think the Cell 5 is relatively the same. So I'm excited to kind of open it up and read through it and catch up on that. I am going to head in right now though, so I will see you guys when I get there.
Came in early because they just informed me that we were going to have an impromptu lockdown drill in a little bit, and frosted windows are not okay when you have to cover the windows. It's not enough covering, so I have this really special makeshift cover over my window that I don't know if you're going to be able to see, but I have it held up with, I don't know if we'll be able to see that. It is held up with a tension rod, and it is one of the curtains from over there, so my room looks really naked now. But I'm gonna have to go out and buy some type of covering. I'm not sure. I actually think I might use my pocket chart just because it has the rung holes in it, and I can just get command hooks and put them up there, because my door is wood, not metal, so I can't get one of those magnetic curtain rods, and I don't want to drill into the door to hang up a curtain rod. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that. So that's probably what I'll do this afternoon or this weekend, just be on the lookout to get some command hooks, and then I can just quickly put the pocket chart over the covering. The lights will be off, so hopefully that'll be enough so that they can't see movement in the room. I also found out that I have a new kiddo today, a 2nd grader. Ironically, they also have the exact same name as one of my preschoolers, so I'm definitely gonna have to make a mental note to remember which one is which. I'm really excited. They seem like a really fun child, so I'm really happy to get to know them. I think they transferred from a different county too, so brand new one. I was able to get all of my hearing screenings sorted out. I haven't done them yet just because of the lockdown drill. I'm going to wait until afterwards because nothing's worse than that. But I'm going to end up doing just the kindergartners that I know need to be done, and the ones that we're still waiting on the physical forms for, I'm going to put a pause on them because they do need to get a physical in. And for me to test them all, there's a lot of kids that don't have physicals. So I'm going to start with the ones that I know that had the physical and just didn't get it or failed it, which is only like 6 or 7, maybe 10. 6 or 7 kids, probably. And then this afternoon I'm going to do the whole 3rd grade. And I just kind of set up in the 3rd grade hallway and have the teachers send their whole class out one at a time. I do have to print out the hearing screening pages. I have to find those from last year. I'm not 100% sure where I put the extra papers. I think they're in my filing cabinet, so I'm going to go look for those. And then this way, after the I keep wanting to call it a fire drill. After the lockdown drill is over, I can just get started right away and get these kids screened.
I'm on my way home now. I feel like I didn't really get to update today. It was a little bit crazy. I was working on the hearing screenings for 3rd grade all the way till the end of the day. So I made it through 3 of the classes. I have 1 more class to do tomorrow once I get back from doing the middle school hearing screenings. I'm pretty sure I'm on track. I might even be a little bit ahead of the game. So that's really exciting. I ended up helping out also at the end of the day for bus duty because they needed a substitute, and that went so much better today than it has the past 2 days. So we're really super excited about that. The kids were all quiet. They lined up. They came when they were called. It was awesome. Everything moved super smoothly in the cafeteria where I was. So it was a really, really exciting process since it's been a little crazy the other 2 days. But I think we're starting to work the kinks out, which makes me super happy. I'm on my way home now. I'm gonna go meet up with my friend and coworker to potentially house sit her babies for a little bit. I'm really excited about that. I kind of feel like that could be another job for me because I love pets. Can't have too many pets, except it's frowned upon to have hundreds of them in your own home. So maybe I can just pet sit other people's pets and I could have my fulfillment of the need for all of the pet interactions, because that's just how I feel. When I see pets on the street or people walking their pets, I am in love and I just want to pet them and play with them and snuggle them. So this actually might work out really well and could be the start of a new business venture if it goes well. After that, I think I'm going to go out to dinner with my friends. We're just going to get some Chinese food and hang out, kind of talk about the day and take it from there. I don't think I have anything else to do that I need to start. I am starting a list for this weekend of things that I need to buy. Like with that lockdown drill, I need to go get some command hooks and maybe some fabric. I still think I might try to use the pocket chart just because I have it and it's not going to cost anything. But we will see. I also need to get some things. Oh my goodness, I can't remember what else I needed. I needed command hooks. Oh, I saw a really good board game actually at Target. I think Target's Instagram posted it, or somebody that's like affiliated with Target. They post things that they find there. It looks like a really cute game, so I want to go into the store and kind of take a look at it. I checked it on Amazon for a little bit. It builds communication and social skills and kind of that joint interaction, turn-taking, teamwork, all of those different types of things. And it seems to be really fun and adorable, and I got a few awards, so I'm thinking of that for some of my social skills groups. I want to kind of go in and see if it would maybe be a good fit for my classroom. I'm gonna get home now, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm probably gonna end today's here because, let's face it, I'm awful with ending them, so I should probably say goodbye now, just in case I don't vlog later. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Good morning, guys. Happy Friday. I am just about to head into work right now, probably for about 3 minutes before I have to leave to go to the middle school to help out with the hearing screenings there. That's where I'll be this morning from 8:30 to I think 12 or 12:30 until we finish them. It's only 2 of us now. This year we kind of did it a little bit differently. In years past, we've all kind of gone to wherever we need to be, and all of us have just done every school, but this year we decided that there was a lot of lag time in years past, just with transitioning classes and getting kids to wherever we are. So we decided to do 2 people per day, and we just did rotating shifts. So today is Friday, and it's my day with one of my coworkers and then the woman that works at the middle school. Hopefully it goes smoothly. Hopefully everything turns out well. Then I do have to do my last 3rd grade class at my school, and then the small handful of kindergartners that didn't get it done. So that is hopefully what I'm going to tackle today. After that, I do want to start pulling stuff for like lessons and things like that. I did a professional development yesterday on the Self 5 screener, and I have to submit my paperwork for that. I want to make sure I get that done because I always forget to do that and then I don't get credit for it, which is always a bummer. So I'm going to head off right now into school, and I will probably see you guys and catch up with you around the 12:30-ish mark once I get back after the hearing screenings, just because there's no point in filming there. I am back from the hearing screenings at the middle school. We actually got them done in pretty decent time. We finished by 11 o'clock, so super excited. It went pretty smoothly for the most part. The kids came in a steady stream rather than just chunks here and there. That made it go by so much quicker. We did have only 3 people instead of 6, but we also only had half the kids since they opened up a new middle school. But I'm back now. I am just waiting to do the rest of the hearing screenings on the 3rd grade. They are
at specials right now, I believe, and then just about to go to lunch. I have to finish writing an IEP for a preschooler today. The meeting ended up not happening because just of time constraints, so the special ed teacher is shooting for next week. I actually met him just a little bit ago, and he's so cute. He's so adorable. He thinks I'm mommy. That's what he calls me. He ran over and gave me a hug and then cried on my shirt because I was leaving. Tried to mouth kiss me, which we stopped that, put an end to that, but sat on my lap and did not want me to leave. So I'm not 100% sure how speech is gonna go, if he thinks I'm his mother. We'll see. It is what it is. We'll try it. It works really well because he listens to me, but he also has a fit as I try to leave, and he just screams for mommy and points at me. I'm not quite sure why he thinks I'm mommy, but we'll work on that. I don't know. I've never been called mommy before. It was a little unsettling at first. I was like, no, I'm not mom. But he's so cute. I can't even be mad at it. I got to meet the class and they're all super adorable and super little, so they're a lot of fun. They look like they're going to be a lot of fun to work with this year. I'm going to give the nurse the hearing screening form so she can start inputting them into the computer because she does have to log their hearing and vision in our program. I don't have access to that, so I figure it'll be a lot easier if I kind of give it to her in pieces rather than all of my kids at once, because that's kind of scary. I'm going to go eat some lunch and then get started on setting up for the screenings this afternoon. I will catch up with you guys later. It is the end of the day now. I was able to finish up my hearing screenings for the 3rd grade. Super excited. Only one student was absent and I only have to rescreen 3 students. So next week I just have to finish off 4 kiddos, which is super awesome. I feel like that's the least amount of makeups and rescreens that I've ever had to do. So I'm super excited about that. Other than that, I was able to finish up some IEPs. My one student still isn't in the system. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that he's there on Monday because I really want to get this IEP written. We have to have his meeting soon. So I'm hoping I was there. After work, I'm actually going to run and go food shopping. I have 0 food in my house. And tonight I am going to put in some work, I think, on some new products for TPT. I want to start getting into planning now that I've met a few of my new students that I have. I have some ideas of things that might help them or things that might be really good to work with them with in therapy. So just different strategies to target, you know, and things that I just have that I'm thinking might better suit their goals than some of the stuff I've already got. So I really want to start planning some of that stuff out because I do start seeing kids, not next week, but the week after, and I want to be good to go. I also taught myself today how to print on Post-it notes, and that's a total game changer. Why didn't I know this before? My whole life, it's like a new revelation for me. I was also finally able to print out my price chart for the speech bookstore. So I just ended up doing growlgrams, secret code prize, stickers, group game day, and a green dojo, and then I left a blank spot just in case I come up with any other ideas throughout the year. And then those are my prices that I'm going to start off with. We'll see if those work. And that pretty much completes my bulletin board. I have to still make my month headers to go up there, and I want to put something there. I'm not quite sure what I want to put yet. I'm thinking of making motivational quotes and kind of putting them around the room in all the blank space. Don't mind my wires hanging down. Not quite sure what those are for. Pretty much finishes up this whole little area. I am home now. I just got in. Change of plans tonight. I'm actually going out to meet up with some of my friends, and we're gonna grab dinner. So I'm gonna end up going food shopping and doing all of that stuff tomorrow because who doesn't want food? I want food. I love food. I'm starving. It's already about 20 after 6. Sorry if this week was such a short week. Just I was doing a lot of repetitive stuff that took way longer than I thought, and my days were going super fast. So hopefully more exciting things will be happening next week, and then like I said, after that I start services, so I'll have lots more to update then, and I can start doing my lesson plans for the week and things like that. So that'll be exciting. But again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.